Hello, hello, my friends. I have a small little haul to share with you guys from that candle place. She has a launch happening this Monday, August 17th. And a couple of weeks ago, she had put out a little, a little slide on her Instagram stories asking if there were any candle reviewers who would like some early access to purchase from this launch some of the new fragrances that she's going to be offering. And I, of course, said, sure, I'm interested in that. So a big thank you to Shelby. She did go ahead and grant me early access as well as some other reviewers to the fragrances that are going to be available on Monday. I recognized or realized after the fact that one of the candles that I purchased was actually already available on the website. And then the other two, like I said, are going to be available on Monday, August 17th. Now, this brand is not completely unfamiliar to me. In fact, if you pay attention to my channel, you know that I did a dedicated review of the brand's Marshmallow Fireside the other day. And while I don't purchase it from her as often as some other brands that I'm pretty familiar with, I've had some hits and I've had some misses from this brand. In fact, I'm going to highly recommend a candle or a fragrance that is going to be making a return this Monday. But yeah, I've purchased here or there. I only have so much money to spend with. And I again had some hits and some misses. So if you are unfamiliar with that candle place, it is a small female-owned business located in upstate New York. 100% soy wax candles, non-toxic ingredients. And the other thing that you guys should know is that the business model here, I do know that on Monday when she has this launch, it's going to be kind of like a pre-order style. So it will start at I keep saying 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's because it's 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time where I am. And that will be open for 24 hours. Now, she did say that the vessels are going to be pour to order, although she does have some fragrances that are already poured in 2-wick formats. So those might get shipped out a little bit faster, but she said be prepared that there is a 2-week turnaround time. I'm not sure going forward after that pre-order when the candles are going to be available on the website just for regular purchase. Shelby, I know you watch these videos, so feel free to comment down below and I'll pin your comment if you want to leave any more additional information about, when people can get their hands on this collection. But they are very much fall themed fragrances. So I will go ahead and let her respond or give any more information that she would like to leave in the comments down below, and I will pin that. But yeah, I wanted to share my thoughts with you guys on these candles. I have burned one of them already, but I will let you guys know the other two have pour dates of August 4th. One thing I do know about soy wax candles is that they do need 2 weeks of curing time. So the two that have August 4th cure dates, I've been itching to burn them, you guys, but I'm holding fast. I'm holding strong. I'm not going to do it until the 2-week turnaround. So let's go ahead and talk about what I purchased. I did purchase all 2-wick vessels, by the way, you guys. Like I said, she said, these 2-wick vessels, I think that there are some that are already poured and ready to go. But she also has some other larger vessels. She has these 2-wicks that I'm going to show you guys here. These 2-wicks retail for $26. They are 17 ounces of 100% soy wax. She also has a 3-wick format that is 30 ounces of wax. That is $44.99. A 4-wick 40 ounce is $56.99, and a 4-wick 60-ounce vessel is $72.99. So, pretty fairly priced. I think they're pretty on, what would I say, on trend, or like in, gosh, you guys, it's late in the day when I'm filming this. Words are hard. You guys get what I'm saying. I feel like they're pretty comparable to what a lot of 100% soy wax retailers are charging. She does not include the cost of shipping in these. So just be aware that when I have ordered from her, usually shipping is around $10. So just be aware of that. But like I said, all of the candles that I picked up today or are showing you today are 2-wick vessels. So the first one that I wanted to show you guys is Pumpkin Cranberry Muffins. You can see here, I actually did do a burn on this one already because this one has a pour date of July 27th. So Pumpkin Cranberry Muffins has fragrance notes of zesty mandarin, cranberry spice, sweet cream pumpkin, nutmeg, ginger, clove, cinnamon, and butter. Now I'm going to tell you guys, This one to me is it's very cranberry and citrus forward to me. I burned this once the other day, and it's so funny. The one thing I will say is you might want to watch the wicks on these on initial burn. That's with a lot of brands, you guys, but with this one, I didn't notice that the wicks kind of like fell over and fell into the wax pool until after it hardened here. I was like, oh, that was my error. I let this burn for quite some time. So you might want to keep an eye on the wicks to make sure if they start to fall over into the wax pool to extinguish them and trim them. But here's what I'm going to tell you guys. This is very nice. It's almost like a candied cranberry to my nose. I think it's because of the citrus elements. I don't detect there's a little bit of spice to this, but to me, this is definitely more of like an autumnal fruit forward fragrance. It's not a super like deep earthy, sometimes autumnal fruits can be very deep. That's not what this is. This is definitely like a sweet cranberry to my nose. I definitely get some citrus in there, like a mandarin, which she says is mandarin is listed there. Zesty mandarin. Yep. Sweet cream, pumpkin, nutmeg. I feel like those top fruit notes kind of take over this fragrance. I've only burned this once so far, you guys. So again, you know me. I always throw first burns out on every candle I do because things can change so much. But to me, you guys, this is definitely more of like a fruit forward fragrance. I didn't get on burn, nor do I detect on cold a lot of like muffin or gourmand element. But it's still a pretty fragrance. At this point, is it like backup worthy for me? No. But I do like it. If you're somebody who wants something that's a little bit more like bright and fruity for the fall, but it's still more fall fragrances, like again, like a cranberry in here, then I think that you will like this. All right, the other one that I went out on a limb to purchase, this is a new fragrance called Pumpkin Pie S'mores. We have fragrance notes of melted marshmallows, graham cracker, clove, nutmeg, cinnamon, chocolate, pumpkin, vanilla, caramel, and brown sugar. Now, I was intrigued by this one because one of the fragrances that I used to like from Bath & Body Works a couple of years ago, they had like a pumpkin s'mores or something. So I was really curious to see if this one would be similar to it. I'm going to tell you guys on Cold Sniff, it's not. And I had even messaged Shelby because I was like, chocolate is a note that makes me a little bit nervous. Now, here's the thing. This is one of those fragrances that has developed a lot more for me over the last couple of days. I did get this order in a few days ago. And again, because it was so like freshly poured, I was like, I'm going to let these sit. I'm going to wait to film my video for a couple of days because my experience with soy wax candles, just with other brands like even Kringle and Caramel Sundays, when I have gotten them so close to their pour date, I know that again, that 2-week curing time is really, really beneficial because my nose will start to pick up on different notes the longer that a candle cures. So I'm going to tell you guys, this is one of those fragrances that I'm very curious to see how it will come together when it is burning because I do detect chocolate in here. However, there's something else going on in here. I smell like pumpkin spices. There is a little bit of like a gooiness of a marshmallow going on. It doesn't smell overly dense to me, which I'm happy about. Maybe a little bit of like a graham cracker thing. This is a very complex fragrance. Like it's a gourmand, but it's definitely got some complexity going on to it. It's sweet. The chocolate note to me is not necessarily as milky as like a milk chocolate, but it's not turning me off as much as like a dark chocolate or a bittersweet. I do not like bittersweet or dark chocolate fragrances at all. So I'm very curious about this one, how it will smell upon burn. You guys, I am going to try. I feel like I'm getting close enough to the window of that 14 days. I'm thinking by Sunday, I'm going to light both of these up. So at least maybe I can share with you guys some like initial post-burn thoughts of what these smell like on warm on Monday. So that way you guys have, have some thoughts. Be aware, I'll probably post that over on my Instagram. So if you're not following me over there, go give me a follow. It's listed in the description box down below. Yeah, this one is like interesting to me. I'm not sure what to think about it because I do smell chocolate, but I'm not completely opposed to the chocolate in here either. There's definitely a lot going on in this. This definitely reminds me of like definitely what a pumpkin s'more would probably be. It's not a straight up just regular s'more. Yeah, there's something else going on in there. And I think I have this sneaking suspicion that this is going to be one that I'm going to like a little bit more once I light it up. All right, and then the last candle that I picked up, I told you guys it was a very small haul, that I purchased was Vanilla Cupcake, because I am that gal who loves a basic vanilla in her collection. Vanilla Cupcake has fragrance notes of creamy vanilla cake. Oh, sorry, creamy vanilla, cake batter, cream cheese, sugar cookie dough, melted butter, and vanilla bean. So again, this is one that has a pour date of August 4th on it. This, to me, you guys, I really, really like this. This smells like the name, Vanilla Cupcake. There's some similarities to Caramel Sundays Bakery on Main, although I would say that I think the vanilla note in here comes off almost a little bit more like vanilla extract. To my nose, like it's like a very like strong like vanilla bean, or yeah, almost like, yeah, I want to say like vanilla extract. That's what I'm smelling on cold here. I like it. This is one that I'm like, I need to burn it, because if this one performs well for me, now granted, you guys, keep in mind, this is something that I understand. Vanilla fragrances by nature are extremely difficult to make strong. Every candle manufacturer will tell you that. It is the nature of the fragrance oil. But I have had success with vanilla candles in 3 or 4 wick formats. So the reason why I want to light this one up pretty soon is because if I like the way that this smells on burn, I think that I would purchase this in a larger format. You guys know I always like to have a vanilla cupcake fragrance. I feel like it's one of the most versatile fragrance profiles that I can have. I can burn it in the spring with florals. I can burn it in the summer. I can burn it in the fall, and I can burn it in the winter time. It's really, really nice. This is not Bakery on Main. It's in that family. I feel like if you like one, you would probably like the other. And one of the things that we've all talked about recently, you guys, is that I have concluded that I like cake gourmands. I don't like dense cookies. I don't tend to like very like dense fragrances when it comes to gourmands. So I like things that are a little bit more cake-like. And I like this. It almost smells like a vanilla cake batter or something on cold. It's really good. This is the one that I'm going to tell you I think I'm the most excited to burn. Again, it's basic but beautiful in the best way. And then the last candle that I wanted to talk about, you guys, I don't have it here in front of me, but I did talk about it in an empties video a couple of months ago. She is bringing back oatmeal maple cookies. And I did have that fragrance in what is now a discontinued format for her. She had it in a 3-wick vessel that's very similar to like the 3-wick sizes that you would get at Bath and Body Works, Goose Creek, Yankee, that 3-wick standard vessel. So I had oatmeal maple cookies in that size vessel, and that was a very strong performer for me. Do not let the maple note scare you off in there. I know maple is a very polarizing fragrance note. My nose did not detect a ton of maple in that fragrance. It was just a really good spiced oatmeal, like oatmeal cookie type of fragrance. And again, I just said I don't typically like cookie scents, but that one passed for me. It's a very, very versatile fragrance profile. If you're somebody who just year round likes warm, spiced, cozy types of fragrances, that one is a very safe bet. So I would definitely recommend that one. That is one that I have burned before. I went through a full vessel of it. And I would definitely say that one is like 3 or 4 wick worthy, because it's very, very good. So let me know in the comment box down below if you have purchased from that candle place. What has your experience been? What what have you liked from her? Again, I did do that review of Marshmallow Fireside the other day. Maybe I'll put that at the end of this video. That fragrance, I believe, will be returning on September 12th when she drops her Halloween collection. But yeah, this is a new brand, new brand to a lot of other people. I know we're all kind of expanding our horizons here in this community. At least some of us are. Some are content to stick with what we know. But if you're looking for other soy wax candle brands, particularly if you're somebody who loves gourmands, this might be a brand that appeals to you. And if you like supporting small business, here's another one that you can go ahead and put on your radar. So again, you guys, if you like this video, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Consider subscribing to my channel if you are new. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.